Hello there, my name is Roxana Domer and I am the owner and founder of College Calm, and this is the Synergy Project. If you're interested in your student or yourself doing something over the summer that is flexible and meaningful and helps a student find their interests and take some initiative, learn some time management skill, and actually put something on your college resume, the Student Synergy Project might be perfect for you. We developed this project over 2 years ago because we really wanted something for students to do over the summer that would help them better understand what they might want to study in college and also show colleges that they're willing to take initiative. The real value of the program in terms of our perspective is that it has a flexible schedule. Students produce something that they are super proud of. It really builds a student's confidence to set out to do a project and then complete it. Students make an impact beyond themselves, and they also get real-time feedback from their coaches and other students. Every year we struggle a little bit with the question that colleges ask, which is related to what you want to study and why. For example, the question on the UC application is think about an academic subject that inspires you and describe how you have furthered that interest inside and outside of the classroom. The Student Synergy Project was developed to help students build the foundation to answer this question, right? We want students to think about their interests, especially if they're not included in the 5 classes that they're taking in high school. And what colleges really want to see in students is that they've taken initiative in their areas of interest and that they've gone into some depth. What the Student Synergy Project allows students to do is build the foundation for answering this academic question. What do I want to study and why? But also questions like, how have you contributed to your community? This is an opportunity for students to start to develop their story, one that they can build on for the next 4 years. The process is pretty simple. Students brainstorm their interests, then they narrow them down, they do some research, they refine their ideas again, they create a plan with their coach that has actionable items and a timeline. They meet with experts, and then they present what they did over the summer to other students and get some real-time feedback. There's 3 examples of projects just to give you an idea of what students are doing. The first one was a student who was really interested in pre-med, but could not find anything where he could get hands-on experience. He was only 15. So what we started out with is he decided he wanted to get certified in first aid. He was already certified in a couple of other things, but he decided to do first aid. And when we were looking at the first aid and looking at things offered through the Red Cross and doing some research, we found the Cert Program, which is the Community Emergency Response Team that every city has. And what he decided was to get involved in this program. It involved going to 7 different meetings. Each one was a different topic, and they were 2.5 to 3 hours long. And he did it with community members. So there was 60-year-old grandparents, there were professionals, there were firefighters. And what he did was go through the process and learn all about how to respond if there's a community disaster. And it ended with this big mock of a disaster scene and all of the people in the class having to go into a dark disaster scene and figure out what they needed to do to start helping people. And it was a wonderful experience for him. And for him, and for all of our students, we asked them, what can you do beyond your learning? And what he decided to do was go to the Boys and Girls Club and present what he learned about disaster preparedness to the students there. And then he had the students build kits, disaster preparedness kits that had items in there that you would need in case of a disaster, and taught them the real basics so that they could go home and share what they learned with their families. Another student was really interested in Legos and sort of the creativity and imagination that goes along with creating Legos. And he worked with this online program where you could create all different types of things and Lego creations. And through that program, he realized that there was a real opportunity to share with other people. And there's 2 ways that he wanted to do that. The first was he devised a curriculum and actually was able to work with Project Read, which is a local organization that works out of our library tutoring students. And he developed a little program so that after students were done with their tutoring, they could choose to do this little Lego workshop. And he was able to download the program onto the library computers, where they still are today, and teach the students how to use this program and to make any kind of Lego creation. So these are not creations where you're looking at a booklet and doing exactly what you're told. This is using different Lego blocks electronically and putting them together to make whatever you want. And so he did that with the students and was able to go back 3 or 4 times over the summer to teach them more about how to use this program. He also wanted to build a community at his high school and a club where students who are super into Legos could come together and also work through this online system and create really cool stuff. And so I think last time I heard there's about 60 students that are signed up for this Lego club that he has. And the hope is that he's also training all of the people in that group so that they can go back and work at Project Read over the summer as well. And the last one was a student that was really interested in web design. And he was able to take a class to learn how to design websites. And then he worked with his church actually to completely redesign and update their website. So he worked with the pastor talking about mission and what type of copy and information they wanted included on there. He had to work with a lot of different sort of constituents within the church and was able to create a website for them that they are still using today that is really, truly beautiful. So let me tell you quickly what students and parents are saying about this program. So from the student perspective, here's what a couple of students said after they participated in the Student Synergy Project. By putting in real time and effort, I actually created something that I'm really proud of. Another student said, I learned time management and motivation to do things that I wouldn't have done over the summer. And another one said the best part of the Student Synergy Project was talking to experts and putting myself out there to learn more about topics that I'm interested in. From a parent's perspective, I think that a lot of things that happen with this project over the summer is it does create a lot of conversations at home, which I think is great. Whether it's, asking students what were your top 10 things that you're interested in, to how did you decide on this project, or maybe we know someone who can help you learn a little bit more about a particular topic. And at the end of the program, a couple of things that parents said is the Student Synergy Project exceeded my expectations. The amount of time my student spent was more than I expected, and the pride he felt in the end result was great. And another said, it was an amazing experience for our student. I think he stretched himself, learned something completely new, and contributed significantly to something greater than himself, things he would not have done had he not been fortunate enough to do the Student Synergy Project. Thank you for all of your patience, encouragement, and guidance. So what's the commitment? Essentially, students work with a Synergy coach, and they do 2 to 3 one-on-one sessions and 1 group session, in addition to a lot of check-ins, which are just to kind of make sure that students aren't running into roadblocks that are preventing them from moving forward and towards sort of the goal end of their project. It's very flexible because you're just working on the timing with your coach. There is one last group session that we ask all students to attend, and we do have the capacity for them to attend virtually if they need to, where they present what they did over the summer. And this is a great time. They get feedback, and I think it's just a really wonderful time where students collectively can feel the impact that they've made on their community and all the things that they've learned over the summer. That usually happens, right before school starts or the weekend after school starts, so that typically people are not traveling, so it's a lot easier for them to attend. I would say that this is a self-driven project, so if the student isn't into it, it's probably not going to be that great in the end. I think by going off of their interests, right, and sort of giving them a little bit of a structure, almost every student has been able to find something that they're super excited about and really driven to spend time on. And I would say on average, students spend somewhere between 15 and 25 hours outside of their sessions working on this summer project. In terms of the costs, it's a one-time cost for the summer program, and essentially, students just need to be able to get their sessions in between out of school to going back to school. And it's $650 per student. And we are capped at 20 students total. So it's a great opportunity if you're, want to learn more about what College Comm is all about, and your student wants to do something over the summer that is meaningful and kind of building this foundation of kind of some academic things that they're interested in. And I would say, our evaluations, we give to the students every year. And I would say every student, right, our evaluation shows learned how to prioritize their areas of interest, They learned something new. They took initiative. They learned new strategies for organizing and project management and executive functioning skills. And they had something productive to focus on over the summer. And I think those are all really valuable things and reasons to sign up for the Student Synergy Project. So I say give your high school students something flexible and meaningful to do over the summer that will help them really think about their areas of interest and take some initiative and get some time management skills that are going to help them as they go forward in high school. I would sign up for the Student Synergy Project. Please contact us if you have additional questions. There's also a lot more information on our website.